What's good, family? It is Tera Chantelle, and I have such a special segment today because I have been married to myself for 5 years, okay? And it like just hit me yesterday when I was like just scrolling on TikTok or whatever, and I saw all of these women marrying themselves and like having a ceremony and like just committing their vows, like expressing their vows to the world. And I'm like, yo, I did this 5 years ago, but I ain't tell nobody. And like I bought myself a ring. Like I bought myself a ring from Pandora and everything like about 5 years ago. But I made this decision to truly just commit to myself. But I didn't realize it was low-key marrying myself because I haven't cheated on myself. Like I haven't disobeyed myself. I haven't betrayed myself. I haven't done anything outlandish to myself for the past 5 years, and it really has been a marriage, like this journey of self-love and self-discovery and actually committing to myself and really being faithful to myself. And when I mean being faithful to myself, that means I'm not out here busting it open to any and everybody. That means everybody's not getting in between my legs. That means I ain't having sex with nobody, because I have been faithful to myself. And then it just hit me like doing this research and actually realizing it's really a thing, being married to yourself. It's called self-marriage. And most people would think, oh my God, that is so weird. Like, why would you do that? Why would you go out of your way to be with someone when you haven't even fully committed to yourself? You don't even love yourself. So you want to devote your love to someone else because you haven't cultivated that love within yourself. We have to realize all of this is truly an illusion. Romantic love is the biggest illusion, and I know it's gonna like bust a whole bunch of bubbles, okay? It's because when I heard this, I was like, holy snap. This is real, because everything that we interact with, like the people that we interact with, is just our mirror. This life is truly all about us. It's about you discovering yourself. It's about you realizing your truest self, getting back to your highest self, truly remembering who you are. But we get so lost in this sauce. And then we thinking that we have to like do what society says, like go to school, go to college, get married, have kids. Honestly, that's the bare minimum. You're not even exploring the universe within you because society has boxed you in to not even think beyond that image, think beyond those four walls, think beyond the American dream. So they got us boxed in and not even cultivating this journey and this exploration with self. So of course, like realizing that how everybody is truly our reflection, everybody is truly helping us cultivate more and more of the self-love within ourselves. That's why we tend to use people in romantic relationships, because they are helping activate the love that we already have within ourselves, and we can just truly display it outwardly having a partner. Because sometimes we feel guilty for like treating ourselves and being nice to ourselves and being gentle with ourselves, so we do that for other people so greatly. But then society has like trained us subconsciously to like downplay ourselves and downplay our accomplishments, and like truly like have this doubt about ourselves and not have like courage to ourselves and not be bold to ourselves and not listen to ourselves. We have been like robotically following along other people and having this herd mentality to not ever think for ourselves. So once I realized that we are using people in romantic relationship because it's all transactional, because when we are giving our body away, we then enter in a state of possession and ownership. And we try to say, oh, that's why I want your body to myself because I don't want you to give me an STD. It's still a possibility that you will still get an STD. Because if you're having sex wildly, casually with someone that you just labeled a temporary title with, it's a possibility. STDs and soul ties and pregnancy will come from this. So we treat sex so lightly and so casually, but it's a reason why STDs exist. It's a reason why sex is truly a tool for procreation, but we use it as pleasure because we have not found the inner pleasure within ourselves. We have not unlocked the true bliss that life truly gives us. So we think that sex will handle that for just a couple minutes. You know, it makes us forget about all the hurt and all the pain for just a couple minutes because we're chasing after that ecstasy feeling that sex gives us, and it gives us that high, it gives us that hit, but then we have to keep chasing it because we have not unlocked the code within ourselves that we can feel that every moment of the day, not just for a moment that sex will bring. But this is the way society is operating because we're operating in flesh. But if you get towards your spirituality, if you get tapped into yourself spiritually, then you truly realize that most people right now is operating in flesh, so they can't see beyond what the eyes is showing them. But when you are tapped into yourself spiritually, you have to look beyond what is seen and step into the unknown and step into the true feeling of knowing that you got yourself. And we tend to not realize this because of a lot of attachment issues during childhood. So if we didn't have a fulfilling relationship with our parents, that's why we go towards these romantic relationships with other people. No wonder why partners tend to call their significant other daddy, mommy, because of the issues that they have. So they need that parental guidance. They need someone to tell them what to do. They need a boss because they don't realize that you are your own boss. You got you no matter what. And it really is so amazing when you realize that no matter how life goes, no matter who's in your life, guaranteed for a fact, you got you. You are going to spend the rest of your life with yourself. But society got us always running away from ourselves. You gotta go find love. You gotta go find something outside of yourself. So it can never just be an expiration of love for self. So that's why people think it's weird when I tell them that I'm faithful to myself. I'm a wife to myself. I'm married to myself. I'm committed to myself. And people don't understand that logic because we have been trained that the only way we can truly have love is if it's from another person. And we oh snap, so congratulations, you are married to another person. At least that person's gonna stick with you forever. But then it tends to be miserable when you lose yourself in these relationships. You lose yourself in these dynamics because you have never taken the time to ever find yourself. And it's not saying that I'm against relationships. I'm truly against toxicity, okay? And that's the way society has programmed these romantic relationships, because it's not unconditional love. It's all transactional. People have this list of what they want their partner to be, when you can be that list for yourself. You have to pull up your big boy pants and you have to pull up your big girl pants and truly make yourself happy. If you're not already good with yourself, the person that you're trying to attract is just going to be out of desperation, out of codependency, and out of fear, because you don't want to be with yourself. You are scared to be alone. And we have to tap into this. Like, why do I not want to sit with myself? Why don't I ever want to be with myself? Why don't I truly want to cultivate a relationship with myself? We want the glitz and the glamour of a relationship with ourselves, like taking us out to eat and doing the bubble baths. But what if you're not feeling it today? Are you still gonna love yourself? What if you don't accomplish everything you wanted to accomplish that day? Are you still gonna love yourself? What if you take a L and it's a lesson? Are you still gonna love yourself despite all the obstacles? We want other people to give us a pep talk, but can you give yourself a pep talk? We want other people to do the work for us, to help us, build us up. But can you do that for yourself when nobody's looking? Can you treat yourself nice when nobody's around you? And this is what we have to teach ourselves. This is what we should be to ourselves. We should be a wife to ourselves first. You should be a husband to yourself first. So you know how to treat yourself right. Now you're destined to have great dynamics around you, treating other people right. You teach people how to treat you based on how you treat yourself. So if you just treat yourself in such a high regard and you honor yourself, you're gonna honor everybody else around you. People just gonna respect what you're dropping. It's just that simple. You can just lead by example. Your energy speaks loud. Your energy will speak for itself. This is the spirit. This is the spiritual realm. We can't see energy, but we can feel it. And when we get to that level of consciousness and realize this is beyond us, we will stop chasing things and chasing things outside of us and start tapping in to know that we can unlock the code of ecstasy every single day with ourselves. Like waking up truly filled with bliss, just being in that grateful attitude. But we tend to wait on things and circumstances outside of ourselves to then feel that, to then be happy. But then you're gonna be waiting forever. You're gonna be waiting forever. And it's just not healthy. It's truly a scam, and we have been getting scammed this entire time. We have been getting scammed, and most people are in these dynamics like fighting for their life. And I'm like, yo, you don't gotta fight for love. You don't gotta fight to prove that you're right. Like, we must heal our inner child first and parent ourselves first. We have to be whole and secure and dependable and reliable with ourselves first. And then you are just going to add to everybody's life. Nobody's going to complete you here. Nobody's going to save you here. Save yourself and watch the whole world will honor you. I love you, family, so much. Like, just me realizing, like, I have been married to myself for like 5 years. I haven't like shared vows yet, but I just made this conscious effort 5 years ago. Like, I bought this real ring for myself, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna rock this. And I intentionally bought it for a promise to myself, but it really was a commitment to myself. Truly a life-changing journey to marry myself. And you know, this glow is real, honey. It's real because I give it to myself. And I pray that you guys have that inner glow for yourself as well. Don't wait to glow. Don't wait to shine. The world needs that smile every single day that you have within you. I love you, family. Please hit that subscribe button, and I will meet you at the top.